But I know you brought up like NFTs with us. This was like a couple years ago, but you had mentioned like this Bored Ape style live show. Did that ever happen, or you were? I don't want to like spill your ideas before they come to fruition.
Well, the ideas are spilt and all over the floor and are a massive mess at this point. But hearkening back, did I say hearkening? Is that bringing back the original? Bringing back the. I don't want to say hearkening.
My vocabulary is not that
Can we
big.
cut that? Can we cut hearkening, please?
Yeah.
Bringing back your original point during COVID. That was one of those things that during COVID, again, we were all entrepreneurs, and the way that our minds worked was we don't want to just sit here. We want to do things. And when the NFT explosion started, we looked at it and said, we could actually make Bored Apes into a DJ duo act. So we bought 2 Bored Apes, we turned them into Escape Plan. We did a record with Rich the Kid. We did records with Dylan Francis. Like we did, we partnered with a number of different people, and we had a full live show with.
So was the animator of Bored Apes like involved, or it's just like, oh,
no,
you
they never really fully bought into us, which is the strangest thing to me, because you figure that somebody that's trying to take what they were doing from an NFT perspective and then broadening it out to music and to the masses would embrace us a little bit more. It was a little bit of an uphill battle, but we signed with an agency and we had some success, and we had full motion capture suits that we invested in, where we had DJs actually in these motion capture suits behind a screen.
Oh.
And you could see. By the way, this is absolutely brilliant. How this didn't work fucking blows me away. Sometimes you have incredible ideas that just don't hit. And this was one of them where, we had these DJs and they had motion capture suits, and then you're watching the screen and you can see the Bored Apes DJ, mimicking, all of their, shouting out and doing all these things. So we had it on the LED screen with motion capture, had it all figured out. People just didn't get it.
Damn.
It was like a weird.
I want to see this.
I'll send you guys.
I'll
send you guys videos, right?
Please, yes,
because we have these discussions, you see with somebody like Anima and at the Sphere, and you see a lot of it's about visuals now. A lot of it's about the production, and now with AI, with Suno, and you can make music a lot easier than you used to. It's like, would people buy into seeing like a Sphere show without a DJ, or like, do they need that like physical person being there for them to get it, for it to like click? And I don't know if we're fully at that point, but it seems like, who knows, in a couple of years, like people are paying big bucks to just go see
the screen and listen to the music and have it be curated.
Well, what's ironic about that is like someone like Marshmello did the Fortnite thing, right?
Right.
And it's the same thing. You're not watching, but because there was something actually, like people knew.
People are already there for the game, I guess.
Well, the game, and they knew who Marshmello was.
Right.
It wasn't this, made up sort of NFT thing.
That is true. They did like the hologram Whitney Houston thing, apparently. I don't know how many. I think it was like arenas, but
I think we'll get there at some point. I think we're gonna look back at it as probably the LMFAoke of our career. Like we were just early on it.
Yeah,
right, 100%.
But we're focused on other things, and another example of something that worked: the sports card business. Something that didn't work: the NFT sort of escape plan Bored Ape thing, which, by the way, was amazing. We had so much fun doing it, and creativity, and putting the branding around them, and putting songs together. We did a deal with Dylan Francis. We actually it made sort of headline news. Our residency deal with Dylan was an exchange for a Bored Ape.
Yeah, I saw that article. Yeah.
So he did records with us. He helped with the branding, and then did shows in exchange for a Bored Ape.
Wow.
Which is kind of nuts when you think about it. Like, again, ahead of our time. I just think it was, dude. And you think about like your average person, they just can't wrap their brain
comprehend it,
around it, right? And I'm not trying to.
We forget about the normies.
Yeah, I'm not trying to throw digs at anybody, but it's one of those things that people just look at and are like, "This is silly." Just like buying a piece of cardboard with Tom Brady on it.
Isn't
Like,
there
people are
like
this is fucking silly. Why am I gonna buy a piece of cardboard that's worth $20,000? Which, by the way, last week, $1.1 million for the Paul Skeens.
I saw that
first patch. The Dick's Sporting Goods bought it, right?
Oh, really?
$1.1 million, right? There's real money in this.
crazy.
But they're still
wild.
like Joe in Arkansas going, why would you pay $1.1 million for a piece of cardboard, right?
Yeah.
Like it just, it just doesn't click for everyone until everyone also gets it, right?
Right.
And then there's like, just group think of like, oh, it's cool. Oh, you think it's cool? Oh, you think it's cool? Then everybody's like, then it's cool, right?
Yeah, I mean, part of it too is with inflation. If you're just leaving your money in a regular bank, it's just losing value. So, if like these rich people, it's like fine art or trading cards, and some people know more about sports than they know about Picasso's or whatever. I don't know.
It's true.
You don't want to buy a painting and then you have no idea what you're talking about, and then they scammed you.
I'm still a big believer that the blockchain is going to change the world as we know it. And I don't want to get too deep into it because I actually haven't been that deep into it the last year or so. But for example, a mortgage, right? Which, have you guys ever signed a mortgage?
Yeah.
Yep.
You know how many fucking pieces of paper you have to sign
Yeah.
when you do a mortgage?
It's true, a lot.
But also the fact they have these commercials and they're like, title lock. Have you looked at your title lately? And it's like, so someone can just go to like the city hall and steal my mortgage title? Like that seems dumb. Like,
Yes, you have to sign 112 pieces of paper and then put it in a physical city hall. And then, I don't know if you guys have ever done this, but I had to do this. I had to request from City Hall like the original title. It took 3 months.
Damn.
Oh, wow.
To
That's
get like
fucking wild.
an original title. So something like the blockchain, where you could do a mortgage on the blockchain and access it instantly, right? And again, well, I think before it's time, but I think you look down the road and those types of things
They'll be there.
that are, so NFTs and blockchain and Web3 and sort of all these things, sort of feel like they've gone out of style, but there's so much functionality to what has happened the last few years, for sure.
yeah. I mean, with the mortgage thing, people just steal the titles and they won't even take your house. They'll just put loans on it. And the next thing you know, you're getting hit up like, hey, you owe this interest on this loan. You're like, I didn't take out that loan.
That's very weird.
Yeah, that's not a good, that can't be good.
But hopefully the blockchain can fix that.
Well, that's a perfect example. If it's on the blockchain, just like an NFT, you see the clear ownership. Part of the problem happened with pirates and people taking things out of your wallet, which is a whole nother issue. But I think eventually it's gonna revolutionize things that are just daily, every day. Think about this. It's something as simple as just going and tapping your phone to pay for something.
Mm-hmm. Right.
10 years ago, you're like, you would never think that you just tap your phone and pay for something.
Yeah.
You have to pull a $20 bill out and then get change for it, right?
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
It was only 10 years ago. It wasn't. It feels like an eternity ago that you had to pull a $20 bill out, and now
Can you do that with Coinbase? If not, you should.
to pay for things with Coinbase. I'm not sure.
I don't know. I know
It's like, why wouldn't they do that?
you could just do it with the Apple Wallet, right? Apple Card.
Well, he's saying
you can pay with
With
crypto.
crypto, it just depends if people take crypto or not.
yeah, you need
so,
an exchange to take it.
Yeah, it just sort of depends on you guys. Are you guys dabble? You dabble? In
I'm in crypto, yeah.
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 Not as
Look at
Right
this
now
guy.
it's been
He's
crazy.
lighting up.
It's
He's
been
getting
bought
excited
out.
over here.
I mean, not right now. Things are going down a little bit, but hopefully it'll come back.
You got to
up.
buy the dip, dude.
Well, of course, you got to buy the dip, but how many times can you buy the dip?
I've been buying the dip for months.
Yeah.
How many
dry
times
powder.
can you buy
Yeah,
the dip?
before the dip is just like it's just all the way at the bottom? But we'll see.
There's Trev's soundbite right there.
Yeah.
How many times can you buy the dip?
Yeah.
It's
Yep.
called,
Flip
called
it.
a falling knife. Is that what it's called?
Oh, catch a falling knife.
You don't wanna catch
wanna
a falling knife.
That's why it's best to just DC.
I've never heard that before.
Yeah.
It's basically like when you keep trying to buy the dip, but it keeps going lower and lower, and then you're just out of money, and you're like,
It's blood. Like if you catch a falling knife, your hand bleeds, and the blood drips. So it's a red candle
Right.
down.
So hence Trev said, how many times can you buy the dip before
Yeah.
your hand is
His
bleeding?
hands are
Your
bleeding.
hands just fucking sliced.
Bloody hands. How do we get to bloody hands? This is a crazy podcast.
I know, it's
Bloody
wild.
What the hell are you guys doing here? Bloody hands.
I know. Be careful out there.
if you like that clip and want to see another one, click here. If you want to see the full podcast, click here.